Hello, welcome to Faces of VJ, a podcast proudly brought to you by Victorians as we share with you our personal journey via Victoria. I'm Ray and I'll be your host for today. And today's topic will be Enriched Learning Beyond the VJ Classrooms. And with me, I have Rachel, Avi and Don. Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you guys all feeling today?
I'm feeling great. It's my first time doing a live podcast, so I'm quite excited.
And for Don?
I'm feeling great as well. And, since it's also my first time on a podcast, I'm quite excited.
As for Rachel?
I'm a little bit nervous, but still excited to share what the school offers the program for us, and such as like feeling fab.
Yeah, I like how you can sense the nervousness there as well, but you can also, sense the enthusiasm. I absolutely love it, right? And to all our listeners out there as well, Feeling Fab, it is an annual event planned for us by the school, that promotes class bonding and develops us as students holistically, right? Every class gets to participate in an activity and engage in something beyond just academics. And for Rachel, what did your class take part in?
For my class, we did rock climbing, and it's my first time doing rock climbing, and I really like the fact that I get to challenge myself and push myself to the limits. And of course, most importantly is that I get to spend quality time with my classmates. And I think the activity really make my class feel more bonded. Yeah.
For me, feeling fab was quite a fun experience as well. I had inline skating as my module, and it was something I'd never tried before. So it took some getting used to. Most of my class hadn't tried it as well, so we bonded over that. And as Rachel had said, it was definitely good for class bonding and definitely a stress buster as well. But the most important thing was the opportunity to pick up a new skill, which is not a common thing.
And for Don?
As for me, I got to try out Muay Thai kickboxing with the rest of my class.
Ooh.
And I have to say it was quite the experience since, this isn't something I usually have an interest in, but the fact that I got to do it with my friends made the tiring session really fun for me.
Yeah, interesting. You had inline skating, rock climbing, and now kickboxing as well. Seems like you guys had quite a wide range of activities to take part in. It seems like you guys really had fun yourselves as well. But then again, other than this, are there also other programs that that the school promotes, like your Values in Action, also known as VIA for our listeners out there?
For VIA, I engaged in a little student-initiated program of my own where we promoted healthy food packs for the elderly. Our school is having an annual food drive for the Victorian Affair, and me along with a few of my friends, we decided to raise awareness on how we should choose the food that we put in the food packs correctly, like low sugar, low fat food, because the elderly can't just eat anything and everything. So this definitely is an example of one of the VIA endeavors that we took on in VJ.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, to add on to what he said, right? For VJ, we can take part in VIA programs as a class as well. And for the National Youth Out Cycling Movement, my class actually made use of recyclable milk cartons to make face mask holder. And it's really satisfying to see the products at the end of the session. And to add on, right, for other VIA programs, the school often send us emails to tell us what are the possible programs provided by other organizations, especially during holidays. And it's really useful because it gives us information on the volunteering opportunities out there and where to sign up exactly. And of course, this also reminds us that even though we might be busy with our schoolwork and academics and studies, we have to be reminded that we need to contribute back to the society as well.
Yeah, it seems like there's quite a lot for everyone to take part in, right? I think I remember there was this, the 3M moves or the 3M step up challenge that was implemented as well, right? It's an annual thing, right? Where steps and miles are locked in during your afternoon PE lessons. Kind of way to get us to move a little bit more as well, right? But it's all for a greater cause, right? For the underprivileged families within the Southeast District. And I think that's pretty, insightful from the three of you, and it's pretty meaningful as well. The school seems to really go the extra mile to try and develop us holistically.
Yeah, the school really keep us notified of events or talks through the school emails, and it honestly helps us to develop skills outside of academics, such as career talks or even resume writing skills. And honestly, personally, I took part in the Future Success program by Moody's, and it helped me to learn skills that are applicable outside of school. And such skills are CV writing skills and interview skills.
Wow.
Of course, I also get to explore careers like finance, data analyst, and it really gives me a better idea of what different careers are like.
Yeah.
As Rachel has mentioned, notifications from the school on all these opportunities are quite frequent. School definitely keeps us on our toes, and like they not just notify us of VIA activities. We're told about competitions and possible scholarship opportunities that we can apply for. So like all in all, the school definitely provides us with an edge to build ourselves and our portfolios up much better.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear. It seems like there's a lot of ways you guys can go and expand your horizons, right? But of course, Avi, as you mentioned, it's kind of piqued my interest. What competitions are there, in VJ for the students to actually participate in, and perhaps do you guys have any experiences that you guys would like to share?
Yeah, well, for me, I took part in a few competitions this year. I took part in the Engineering Innovation Competition, the Creathon 2020, and the International Trade Challenge.
Oh, wow.
All these are basically competitions which focus around solving a particular problem and providing a solution to it. So these are inter-school competitions which allow us to get out of our comfort zone and compete against students from different schools and different categories. Like we even got to compete against university students in the Creathon 2020. So this kind of competitions definitely help you build your communication skills, your problem solving skills, and teach you how to think on your feet, because you really have to adapt to the short amount of time that you're given to solve a particular problem.
Yeah, very, very, very opportunities indeed.
Yeah, but I really agree with him. There's like so many competitions that are out there for students to participate in, like academic competitions or even CCA competitions. And personally, I participate in the Biology Olympiad, and it's like a competition where you take a theory MCQ test under like 3 hours, and it was super eye-opening for me because to prepare for the test, the school has organized a bunch of training sessions and provided us with materials to study online, and I realized there's so many topics that biology covers. I also learned that the content that we study now is something that can be applied to real-life situations, and it really broadened my perspective on the subject.
As for Don?
Right. As for me, I actually have not taken part in any competitions yet, but I have been working on a science research project under the Nanyang Research Program. And so because of that, I will be participating in the Singapore Science and Engineering Fair 2021 to showcase to some of the industry experts about some of the research work that I have done in the field of seismic data analysis with conventional and modern AI techniques. Initially, this all sounded a little daunting to me, but with the support I had from the teacher mentors in VJ that were attached to me throughout my research journey, they allowed me to clarify my doubts when I had them, and it made the entire journey much easier for me. And if anything, I think the journey so far has been extremely eye-opening, as it has given me an idea of how research work would actually be like if I were to pursue it in the future.
Seismic data analysis sounds like a very big term, sounds pretty daunting. Yeah, but it seems like you really had your fair share of fun, right? And likewise for Avi and Rachel as well. Yeah, do you guys have any concluding remarks, perhaps, based on all the experiences that you guys have had, some pieces of advice for your juniors?
I highly recommend juniors to participate in as many enrichment programs that they can join and make the most out of their short JC years. And this is because you can always get to take away something from each program that you participate in, and it will benefit you greatly. Lastly, I just want to mention that I'm really grateful for all the opportunities given to me, and I'm glad that VJ really provide a lot of opportunities for us to develop ourselves outside of the classrooms.
Yeah, wonderful stuff.
Just like Rachel has said, I also recommend as many J1s to participate in as many competitions as they can, because JC life is just 2 years, 2 short years, and just take your time, step outside your comfort zone. You're definitely going to learn something along the way, and it's going to be valuable. You can make new friends, you can build connections, and you can possibly treasure these connections as well. Let's not forget the contribution you're making to your skill set and character along the way.
Personally, I think that, if an opportunity to sign up and participate in some of these enrichment programs comes up, then there's no harm in trying to apply for it, as long as you aren't overwhelming yourself with too many commitments. After all, there will always be something that you can learn from it, and the friends you make along the way always makes it all the more worth it.
Yeah, there's always something for everyone to learn, right? I think the three of you guys, have managed to learn a lot based on all the external activities that you guys have been able to take part in. Of course, there is the part on the school for bringing this to your attention, but also you guys grabbing the opportunity with both hands, right? I guess it's something that you guys will cherish, further down the road, even after you graduate from JC. And yeah, I would just like to thank all three of you for a wonderful sharing, Rachel, Avi, and Don once again. And to all our dear listeners as well, thank you for tuning in to Faces of VJ and joining us today via Victoria. If you'd like to know more about VJC, especially after this sharing, do remember to visit our open house website, games website, and our YouTube channel to catch up on the previous podcast as well. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.